everyone. This is John from Vertical South. We're here at the Beach's Rock Gym. After getting a lot of questions about how to set problems, how we come up with the ideas here, Nick behind the camera and myself decided to start a series of V0 to maybe V6 or V7, how we come up with the challenges at our gym. So hopefully those of you who are stuck at home can come up with challenges for yourself on your home wall or get some inspiration about how to set problems in your environment. So without too much further talking about it, let's get started. So for my hold selection today, I've decided to go with these green jugs here. Being able to get your fingers all the way behind the hold and create this cupping motion with your hand. If you're an experienced climber, you already know that this is super easy. This one here, we're gonna start with a match start because we have these giant holds and we can easily fit both hands on. And we're just gonna produce some lateral movement back and forth, probably try and create a stem against the dihedral section and then bring them back out to the left. How's about here? All right. Realizing Nick and I are both breaking some classic setting rules, which is wearing eye protection. It's all good though. Good as gold. You'll see that we need some start feet, obviously. We need some sort of foot in this area to propel them up to this hold. And then as they move to the finish, you can see there's this big gap through here where there's no foot. So let's go hunt for some good feet. Awesome, so we've selected some feet. Being a V0, we didn't want to challenge the footwork too much. To get started with the feet that we've selected, let's just get them off the ground with a start like this. I'll kind of draw a triangle in my head, about here and here, and that's a very stable start. So maybe this foot goes here. I'm actually going to select a smaller foot for the stem because it's you're kind of climbing in 3 dimensions. That stemming foot doesn't need to be nearly as pronounced as these other feet. So I'm going to go find a different foot. Now what we've got, a very stable start. I can move over, cross step, stem, up to here, and now I can start to track my way back over. And now we're into this section where we don't have feet. So we gotta solve that. Another added benefit of using these big feet and a big start is that we may have actually set a kind of a more difficult eliminate on this problem.
So I'm gonna forerun this first instead of John forerunning it, because John said it, so he knows how it's supposed to go. I didn't set it, so I don't know how it's gonna go. But if it goes the way he's hoping it to go, I'll follow his beta exactly, and I'll go up the way he intended. If something's wrong, I might go the other way, and then we gotta make a change, but who knows? Oh, that feels good. I can tell you one thing for a V0 climb that I noticed right off the bat. I get to here, my next hold is up there.
Pretty far, yeah.
And my foot is kind of on my knee, which isn't too high for me, but might be too high for someone smaller than me, and a little bit much for someone who is potentially newer to climbing, which is easily fixable by just putting another hand right here. Other than that, really fun. Really
cool.
Good movement. Track to the right, and then up to the left. A couple crossovers.
Nice. Cool, so we got our edit in. Both Nick and I climbed the problem and decided that the lurch up to that left hand was probably a little too much. We didn't really want it to match anyway, so this is gonna help prevent the match and encourage them to hit each hold left, right, avoiding to bring their hands to the same hold, and kind of accommodate shorter climbers as well. Okay, so here we are putting on the finishing touches to the problem. We need tape to identify where the start and the finish is. And then with holds that I think or suspect that could spin, we always put a set screw in, especially in a commercial setting. It's really important you're not just setting for the usage of the hold. You may say, oh, well, the climber's only gonna pull on it from the right. That's all well and good for your problem, but oftentimes in a gym, you're gonna have people who don't know, who are new to climbing and aren't using the holds as you intended and could load them in a way that you didn't expect. So if you have any suspicion that it could spin, you might as well just put a set screw in it. This goes for your home wall too. You might have someone over at your house and you're like, hey, check out my home wall. They've never climbed before, and before they know it, their first experience in climbing, spinning a hold and slamming into the ground. So use set screws when you can. All right, before I put another set screw in this one here, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up the hold, put some tape in, and then I'll put the set screw in. I like to keep them nice and neat, vertical, Allen key width apart, and about a hand width away from the hole. All right, so we started with selecting a terrain, selecting some holds, finding the bolts, creating a skeleton, and then adding the feet. Forerun, edit, tape, set screws, and then it's finished, and we have ourselves a V0. How's it look?
It looks pretty good.